Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is your midweek motivation, and I am and forever will be your host, Deborah Gaar Davis. As always, we praise God for the opportunity to come before you, give you some motivation and some inspiration, as well as just thanking you for liking and sharing our content and being a part of this ministry. As always, we give honor and praise to the Most High, and we also want to thank our segment sponsor. So, if you remember, we have been doing a theme on dreaming and vision. So, let's get to it. Tonight, this is the last Wednesday of the month already. January is just about gone. Time is moving swiftly, and we have been talking about dreaming and vision. Remember that we all have already gone over the fact that we need to dream big anyway. Remember that. Dream big anyway. I don't care what your dream or your vision is. If it's God given, if it's a desire of your, some of you have a desire that that you just have this dream that you want to go to Jamaica. Well, if you want to go to Jamaica, how about you work towards doing that? If you just want to own a piece of property, that is your dream, that is your vision, then you do that with the grace of God. Just depend on Him to help you through. We know that we can do all things through Christ who strengthen us. So as we conclude what we have already received for the month, again, the theme for January was dreaming and the vision. Remember, we started off this whole month, the first thing out the chute, we said to dream big anyway. And why not? You might miss other opportunities as you move towards your dream. But we want to continue to move towards that dream, because if that is not the opportunity that fits what you need to do, then there's another one coming right behind it. So we did that. That was the first thing that we realized, that we needed to just go ahead and dream big anyway. And then the next thing, we turned around and we said, believe bigger. Why do we want to believe bigger than what we feel that we can? Because we serve a big God. He is a loving and a giving God, and He will give you the desires of your heart. And so tonight we're going to utilize um, Philippians. We're going to utilize Philippians 1 and 6. And it states, being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. And you are not done yet. As a reminder and reviewing this month's messages, tonight we are reminding everyone. Here's your title for tonight: to keep the vision alive. We're going back to the basics with Habakkuk 2, 2 through 3. Then the Lord replied, write down the revelation, write down the vision, and make it plain on tablets. This is the NIV, so that a herald may run with it. For the revelation awaits an appointed time. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. Remember this: vision is very fragile. They are delicate pieces like a newborn baby. You can't treat them just any kind of way. However, vision, it doesn't usually die from one big failure. It fades because we have delayed in our movement. It weakens under pressure. It gets quiet when life gets loud. You know, when life be life and we lose our focus. We can't remember certain things and we just say forget it. We don't even want to try for it because we're allowing the situation and the circumstance to take control. Our thoughts are not on our dreams and our visions. We are in that moment of what we want or need to do right at that time. But we never think, just because we had to divert, that we needed to go back. and pick up what our dream and our vision was, where we left off, and continue to move. Remember, it doesn't usually die from one big failure, it just fades from the delay and it weakens under the pressure. Again, we cannot let the pressure stop us from doing what we know is purposed in our life. You can start a year full of dreams, full of vision. And by February, here you are wondering if you heard from God or was that just your emotions talking for that particular day. But hear me today. The problem isn't that you lost the vision. The problem is you stopped feeding it. You see, in everything that we do, in every place that we go, we build on it. We forget. We set a path to go to work in a certain direction, a certain path, a certain road, a certain turn to get here faster, to do this, to cut traffic. We forget that everything we have to feed it, we have to follow it, and we have to continue to do it. But in our visions, we stop. We never restart where we stopped. We just throw up our hands and say, forget it. We don't need to be bothered anymore. But why? Why do we do that? It really, really is basically just a human habit. We give up too easily. We just throw in the towel and we say the heck with it. But vision must be kept alive. Life will test what you say that you believe. I can speak it, but if something happens, do I just give up? Or do you believe in yourself that you can and will continue to move forward? The atmosphere, remember, the atmosphere snatches our words and they are used against us. Time will challenge what you say and what you saw. And don't forget, there's always those people who are going to question what you say that you claim to be. They are going to question you and say, did you really hear that? Oh, you're just talking. But see, we got to let people, that committee, we got to stop the committee. I keep talking about that committee. That committee was not there when the Lord spoke to you. That committee was not there when you had that conversation. That committee was not there when you got on your knees and prayed to God for your dream and your vision. And if you are not intentional in what you want to do, your vision will slowly suffocate under routine. It will suffocate under responsibilities of life, and it will suffocate and in a reality setting right here, right now. Where am I? What am I doing? I can't do this. I can't move that way. That's your reality right now that you stand in, but you're not going to be there always. We have to continue to keep moving. Remember, Habakkuk has asked God, how long? And what did God respond and said? Write it down. It's coming, but it does require waiting. In other words, delay, it is not a denial, and silence is not the absence of. Waiting does not mean it is wasted time. Everything is for a purpose. This is not the season to abandon your vision or your dream. This is the season to keep your vision alive. Psychology teaches us something very, very powerful. What is consistent, or should I say, what you consistently focus on, you emotionally attach to. And when the vision leaves your thoughts, it soon leaves your motivation. You have none. You are stagnant at this point. You feel weak. You feel defeated. And you have just given up. We cannot give up on ourselves. God has not given up on us. So why do we want to give up on the vision and the dream that we talk to God about? Many people don't quit because they are weak. They quit because they stop mentally rehearsing where they're going. Vision slowly seeps away when it is not revisited. We often forget about sometimes our visions, our hopes, our dreams, where we were at that moment that we took the first step. Okay, so you only took one. That doesn't mean that you cannot go back and take two more. That's why Habakkuk was told to write it down, because when it is written, when you can see it, it becomes a mental anchor. You are connected to it. You pass by it, you look at it every single day, and you say, my vision. What am I going to do in 3 months? What am I going to do in the next 6 months? What is the goal in regards to getting to reach this vision and this dream? Your brain needs reminders. Remember, you have to be repetitious for something to become a habit. And so we need to be repetitious in reading and seeing our vision. Our confidence when we see it needs to be reinforced, and your hope needs that repetition. We do not want to forget. If the vision stays vague, then your mind will default to fear. Oh no, I can't do it. I can't go that way anymore. I'm afraid to do this. I don't know. And if the vision stays dormant, if it just sits, your mind will magnify the obstacles. Sometimes we create our own obstacles mentally because we are too afraid to make that move. Keeping the vision alive means that you intentionally see yourself progressing. Even when nothing around you has changed yet, your mind believes what you consistently show it. So today, revisit the vision, read it again, say it out loud, because clarity fuels your courage. We got to keep this going, people. We have to understand that the vision is obtainable. So God's vision actually requires faithful waiting. I said on last week, I said there was something that was given to the man of God 20 years ago. And because we did not keep moving, we waited on others. It was not done, in my opinion, it was not done in the proper order. We should have just kept it going. We should have made the move. If you wanted to be a part, the opportunity was there, but we did not need to stop. You see, that's just like when Moses cried out to the Lord. The people were crying. They were lagging behind. They were not moving as fast as he was. And he said, Lord, they're crying. The Lord said, keep it moving. They will catch up. And so Habakkuk says it awaits an appointed time. You see, the vision from God always comes with a timeline that we don't control. But if we are not following what he gives us in our spirit, then we're already out of the timeline right there. And so it is up to us, my God in heaven, to be where we need to be in this vision and make the movement. The steps are still there. So God has already scheduled it. You just didn't get the calendar invite because it was not at that particular time, at the appointed time. So spiritually, the danger is not delay. The danger is becoming discouraged during your delay. Waiting through seasons, that is not a punishment. That is your preparation. Because that's when your mind, while you are sitting there during this pause, you should be rewriting the steps. You should be able to capture at least, I would say, 3 months worth of something that you can do to get towards and work moving towards that dream. You see, sometimes God often uses time to develop our characters before he reveals what our outcome actually is going to be. And if the vision came too fast, you might reach the destination without the discipline to stay there. Everything is a preparation and a growth. And if we are not growing during our time of delay as we continue to build and move towards our vision, then we are wasting not only our time, but we're wasting God's time. And all he's doing, as the songwriter says, he's been there all the time, waiting patiently in line. See, faith says, I still trust God, even when I don't see progress. The question I have right here, you don't see tangible progress because you can't touch it. But what about the progress within your spirit and your growth? Hope says that I believe what God showed me still stands. And obedience says, I will keep showing up even while I'm waiting. Keeping the vision alive spiritually means that you keep praying, you keep trusting, and you keep walking. Even when the evidence hasn't arrived yet, God does not forget what he has revealed. So we need to protect, we need to feed, and we need to act on our vision. Here's where it becomes practical. Vision survives when you do three things consistently. You got to protect it. Not everyone deserves access to your dream. Keep your business to yourself. And some people actually speak from fear and not from wisdom. We got to feed it. We have to feed our dream, our vision. What are you actually reading that's giving you what you need to keep moving? What are you listening, or who are you listening to that is not interacting with what you need to keep your vision and your hope and your dream alive? Are they helping you, or are they hurting you? What voices are actually shaping your belief in this dream and vision? You see, vision starved environments will kill dreams quietly. Are you with me? Vision starved environments. Whatever is negative in your world, it's going to kill that dream. We don't need negative. We have enough negative just getting from point A to point B on a daily basis doing life. We need positive affirmations. We need all things positive in our atmosphere so that we can walk with the confidence. We can walk with the power of God, knowing that he can and will. It is yet to come. We need to act on all things positive. Vision without action, it'll become frustration more so than anything else, because now you're going to be angry with yourself because you did not do anything. Small steps can keep big dreams alive because you can see progress. Remember, I said last week, I used to tell my children all the time, they all wanted to go to work, and instead of going in and wanting to just take, let's just say $10 an hour on a job, they thought they should have walked in at 20. I said, baby, look at here, a slow nickel beats a fast dime because a slow nickel is steady and it is consistent. So do something daily that aligns with what you believe is actually coming to you. Your momentum is going to build your motivation. And this is why we have to continue to dream. We have to continue to have visions. You don't need a breakthrough to move forward. You just need discipline. And here we are right now talking about it one more time. This month, Dreams and Visions was our theme. So today, remember, we have learned this, that psychologically, vision must stay in your thoughts at all times. Spiritually, your vision requires patience in your faith. And practically, vision needs an intentional action. Vision is not mentioned accidentally. It survives because you choose to nurture it. What have you fed your vision lately? What part of your dream or your vision have you actually fed into it? No matter how big or how small the step is, just take one step at a time. And before you know it, you've taken 10 because you are focused on moving forward and not dwelling on yesterday. Yesterday is dragging us down. We're pulling on stuff that is dead and gone. You cannot change it. You cannot fix it. It's already happened. Did you learn anything from it? Hopefully you did, because God forbid you do the same thing over again. That's stupid. What is insanity? Doing the same thing, expecting a different result. How about we get enough of that? I would hope that you are just tired of that unnecessary action. We need to be progressing, not just physically, mentally, but spiritually. We need to be growing. We need to be moving. Vision, as I said before, is not maintained accidentally. It survives because we choose to nurture it. Let us stop nurturing the negative. Let us stop feeding into things that are not helping us become better version of ourselves. Let us get something that is positive within our spirit so that we speak positivity every day. I told Pastor yesterday, we were having a conversation about something, and I said to him, I said, look, I said, I hear you, but you got to understand, I'm different than you. You immediately will jump on the spiritual. I cannot say that I immediately always jump on the spiritual, but I will go natural to spiritual. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Because, see, I have to take it in. I got to process. I got to spin it around. And then I got to say, okay, what is the good of this issue? What can we do to not let this happen again? Where is the intention in it that's going to make it better? You see, all of these things we have to go through. And this is the same thing with your dream, with your vision, one step at a time. We all can't make large leaps. But I tell you what, you may be able to leap 5 feet in front of me. But how long are you going to sit there and not move any further? And I've made 10 steps and I've passed you by. 10 small steps, but I'm moving, and I'm moving constantly. So if God showed it to you, if he planted it in your heart, mm, 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 if he keeps resurfacing it in your face, no matter how much time has passed, then your dream and your visions are not dead. It is waiting on you to keep it alive. This year, don't bury your vision. Don't rush the process, but don't surrender to the delays. Find a different way around that obstacle, because it's just an obstacle. When your roadblocks are put up on your way to work, you have to find another alternative in regards to getting from point A to point B. It is the same with your vision and your dream. Just because there is a delay, a roadblock, if you will, you can always go around it. So write it down, as the book says. Habakkuk says, write it down, make it plain. You got to see it. Walk, walk it forward, because what God has promised you will come to pass. So I say to you tonight, as I end this for the month of January, keep the vision alive. People of God, it is time out. We deserve our dreams and our visions to come to pass. We deserve to make our best days yet. And we are going to live. We are going to have that vision, and we are going to be just as spiritually empowered in all that we do, because we have the authority of God and we know him well. And if he did it back then, he'll do it today. And so I say to you, as we end this month's theme for dreams and visions, make your vision board, write it down, make your goals, no matter how big or how small, they all count. I love you. I thank you for being here. And I want you to always remember to stay driven, stay focused, and stay true to yourself. I will see you next month. Remember, I love you. God loves you. Nothing you can do about it. Be blessed.